get a job in tech. Continuing on with our couple different podcasts, right? So this is episode 110, actually, right? So before we talked about how to get started in tech. Last time we talked about brain hack. So using like technology or frequency to kind of get you more focused, right? Get you kind of hyped up basically, and what you're doing. So, and that was the last one. And before that, we talked. We talked a little bit actually. Let's see here. Oh yeah, right. Does your job at guitar make sense for you? Working overseas, right? Essentially, and then before that, I talked about niching down, meaning system administration, right? There's a lot of competition for there is. Let's niche down, meaning let's go a little deeper and let's be more marketable, right? For the market, Commvault is it's a backup software, and it's really overload, right? The skill set's overload. It'll get you in the door easier than not easier, not the word I'm looking for, but it'll get you in the door better than sysadmin. So you have like a room full of sysadmins, maybe 6, 7 people, right? Whatever. And if you know system administration as well as Commvault, oh, you're good. It's just more for them. You know, the company will hire you, right? Because you're differentiating yourself, you're separating yourself from your competition. And before that, we talked about remote job sites, how to get a job remotely. Before that, we talked about your working overseas, meaning if you're not an American person, develop an accent. So like a British accent to get an competitive advantage. That is to say, you're going to be more believable, well, right? You sound more intelligent than a British accent, especially if you're not from the UK. Maybe you're like from India or Thailand or Philippines or somewhere like that. Try to develop a British accent, and hopefully it'll make it stick so that you can get an interview and oh, okay, well, British English, okay, they're good. It's just a barrier, a different barrier. Before that, we talked about planning 4 hours each week for training, so tech training. Before that, we talked about how to create a resume, different steps, how to create a resume, meaning your name, phone number, your email address, your objective. Like in this case, to obtain gainful employment as a junior help desk technician. And you put some skills in there, meaning education and training. You put installed and managed Windows Server, installed, set up and managed Windows Active Directory, installed and managed virtual environment, and attended customer service. Meaning your customer service training is me. I'm a training individual who's teaching. Before that, we talked about how to install Active Directory. I gave you a good link, a good video about that, and then finally, previous to that, we talked about how to install and Windows Server. This is really a prerequisite, for getting an IT job, technical job. You do have some Linux stuff as well. I mean, I do in the link here, the GaryMcNeilIT.com. You can scroll through the latest posts, and it talks about give you resources on how to install Ubuntu or Ubuntu on a VirtualBox. And the reason for this, I know there's a person I know, right? He said, yeah, I've got a new computer and I'm waiting for it to get parts and all that stuff, and et cetera, et cetera. And, you really don't need it, unless it's broken, right? But, then if you have no laptop, okay, you need a laptop or a desktop. But if you have nothing, you can't do anything. But I'd say solve that, right? But if you do have a computer and you're just waiting to upgrade the memory and all that stuff, but there's functional, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for it because you can do it now. Meaning, there's resources like Amazon and AWS. There are other resources out there you can utilize to learn, right? It is, it does cost money, of course, Amazon and AWS. So, yeah. Anyway, the other thing, the thing I want to talk to you today was just a kind of an intro, like a brief introduction to programming. So I'll put the link in the show notes, right, to my GitHub site. And about a year ago, maybe a year ago, I took this course, C++ course. This individual, it was great. So I was doing cold steel, the cold steel training, right? The cold steel training. And he's good and everything. I went through C++, or not C++, but HTML and CSS. I'm good there. Okay, I'm good. Tracking. And then he went and he talked about JavaScript. And I said, what, okay, I'm glazed over eyes. I have no clue what you're talking about. Right? And I was like, whoa, what's going on, right? And the course that I tried to, what he was talking about was called the Web Developer Bootcamp. And it's by Cold Steel. He has, I don't know, a million or something, a couple 100,000, something like that, individual taking that course. 200,000. Anyway, it was too much for me. It was too in depth. It was like, whoa, slow down. I don't know, right? And a friend of mine, Terry, the Huckleberry actually, suggested, hey, try programming. Try C++. Or try Python. I'm like, okay, let's try C++. Like, okay, try C++. So the course I'm taking actually is called Beginning C++ Programming, but beginner to beyond. And it's Tim Bachalaka's learning, right? He's the instructor in the course. It's really good, actually. So what I'm attempting to do is talk you through how to set up your own, just how to create a program, right? It does one thing, and he does the same thing in the course. I wouldn't want to show you that, so maybe you can. So first thing we're going to do, again, everything is in the show notes, all the links. So the first thing we're going to do, but once you're there, let me know. Okay, I'll wait, right? cpp.sh. So Charlie Papa dot Sierra Hotel. Okay. Or cat people dot Sierra this hotel or high. Anyway, let's go there, right? And I want you to type this in there. It's fine, right? You're going to see a bunch of stuff. It's going to say save this. Right on the screen here. It's going to say like include like a hash, include IOStream, include string and all that stuff. Just erase all that. Get all that stuff. Then I want you to go to my GitHub site, which is GitHub, GitHub.com/Gary McNeely. Right? Once you're there, again, I'll put the link in the show notes. You're going to see like Gobble Chat, Java Core, and then C++. Click on the C++. Okay. You're going to see like code issues, right? Scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see like calculate square foot room. Click on that. Okay. It's going to open up this text space, right? It's going to have this. This is what this is an actual program, quote unquote program, right? So what we do is copy that. We go over to our cpp.sh, right? And paste it in there. Okay. And then we're going to click on run. When we do that, we're going to see some error, by the way, because I haven't updated my code, right? Okay, I just have. So it's going to say like 9:45 warning missing terminating character, right? And at the top, you'll see like a red X, so like 3 red X's, right? That indicates what your error is. Right? So what we do is we say, okay, the red X, we say, okay. So let me just go over what it looks like, right? So the first thing is like you got hashtag include IOStream. You need that. I can't remember why you need it, but I know you need it. Okay. And then you got using namespace standard. And then you got integer main. So, and then you have the little, I guess that's a mustache, sideways mustache. I forget what it's called. Anyway, then you got count. So it's a C out, which is what's going to display out, right? That's the output. So it's got the text in there. So please enter the width of the room, right? And then a little semicolon, which is like n, does something. And then the next one is integer. So you're going to define the integer. An integer is like what it is, right? Like what is the thing you're trying to define. And if you you see a little thing that says like the sideways mustache, 0, sideways mustache, and then semicolon. Well, that 0 in there is just like anything. So it lets you define what you put in there, right? So the next line down is like CN, which is like you're going to put some data in. That's what that's saying, right? Got a little greater than sign pointing to room width. So what's going to happen is it's going to say, okay, CN, put some data in, right? And then right below that, it's like C out, which is same thing. Please enter the link to the room, right? And you notice on, I guess it's number 9, right? You see that. You see where it says little X with the red. So if you see 945, well, that indicates like the number, like 45 spots over. But I can tell you by looking at it, please enter the link to the room. What it needs is it needs a semicolon or a colon, right, basically, before the P. We put the colon before the P, right? Base bar. Okay. And then we go to integer, which is the next line down. Integer, room link. Same thing. We got the sideways mustache, 0, sideways mustache. And then the semicolon. So the 0 indicates put anything in, right? And then you go to the next one, which is CN. Greater than sign, room link, semicolon. Okay. So the thing to know is this. You have room, or CN, which is room width, which means, hey, input data, right? CN. So integer is room width. It's going to prompt you, please enter the width of the room, right? Then it's going to say, please enter the length of the integer room length. CN room length. And then C out, right? What it's going to do is it's going to display the area of the room is, right? And it's going to say, okay, it's going to add those two numbers together. Or no, multiply the numbers together, which is going to multiply room width and room length. Okay. And then the output is going to be square feet. It's going to look like this. It's going to look like a display. It's going to say the area of the room is this times this, right? Square feet, N, line, and L, right? And then semicolon. And then enter, and the return 0, which is like end, basically, the ending of the whatever it is. So you notice the red X, right? So we kind of went over on 9, the P next to P. You need a colon there, right? So we're gonna put it down to 11. Okay, what are we missing in room length? We're missing something there, right? Let's look at it. So room length, right? Room length. Oh, room length is spelled wrong. So it's LENGTH, not HT, right? We're gonna do that. Correct the spelling there, right? And then line 12. So count, which is C out. The area of the room is room width times room length. Because we changed the number 11, and because we changed number 11, line 11, it'll work. So if you've made those changes, right? So all we've done is, again, you pasted my code in here that I put in github.com/GaryMcNeely. Now, again, I'll put it in the show notes, right? Click on the show notes, or you go to GaryMcNeelyIT.com, and it's the latest post. Okay. Then you have it's going to be called, the name of the post to be like, what's the name of the post? It's going to be it's going to be how to get started. You're going to go to GaryMcNeelyIT.com, and the name of the post is going to be how to get started in tech. And it's going to be programming introduction. So, yeah, programming introduction. Or introduction. I'll change it to introduction program. Or make a, let's see, how do I, you know what? I'll probably change it. So make it quick. Yeah. So what I'll do is how to get started in tech. Make a simple program using C++. There you go. Let me write that down. So what did I say there? I said make a simple program using C++. Yeah. Okay. Done. There you go. Okay. Now let's go back to our cpp.sh. Right. So just to recap, what have we done? Posted on our code. In number 9, we added a colon or P. In number 11, we changed the name room length and actually changed it from LENG or from room because it was spelled wrong. You had an H and a D. You got to change that. And we didn't do anything with 12 because it'll work. So now, okay, we've changed it, right? So what we do is we go run. Click on run. And awesome. Fine. Okay. On the very bottom, what you're going to see is you're going to say, like, please enter the width of the room, right? At the very bottom. See that? See that? Okay. We're going to put arbitrary number 1988, right? Push enter. Okay. Now it says, please enter the length of the room, right? You're going to put 318. Is there a number? Okay. So it's going to display the area of the room is 632,184 square feet. That's amazing. So that's our program, right? We just changed a couple things in the code. I'm not going to change the code, right? And get because it reminds me to actually think and do it. Because I think if I had the right answer, because I just what I did is type it in and type it in wrong. This actually worked out for me because I retrained myself on how to troubleshoot code, if you will. And don't think for a second. Obviously, I'm not a coder. Let's just put it that way. Let's put it out there. I'm not a coder. From the videos I've watched, like Tech Lead, and it's the same with you, right? Most of it, when you work on code, you work on this little section, right? And you probably spend most of your time researching, how to fix the problem, right? Go to Stack Overflow or Reddit or YouTube being the issue, right? And so this gets you like just kind of a brief little introduction or whatever. Obviously, if you know C++, then you're good. You don't need this. You should just not listen to this particular podcast, this episode, if you will, because you're not learning it. You already know it, right? But if you don't, this is for you. This is for you. I'd like to thank everybody for, again, the show notes for everything is going to be, or the links to everything is going to be in the show notes. So I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the podcast. Have a great day.